Hello there, my tulips. Welcome back to my channel. It is yours truly, Miss Bliss in the house. Yeah. If you're just tuning in, you already know by the thumbnail what today's Let's Talk About It is going to be about. But for someone who just missed all of that, today's video is all about the top reasons why people don't like locks. Now, I think I can talk about this topic simply because I was one of those people who had those very same thoughts until I did my own research, you guys. And I mean, look at me. Okay, so a lot has changed. I've learned a lot based on what you see today. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So the number one top reason people do not like locks is because they automatically think that locks mean your hair stink. Down here in the dirty, we say stank. So a lot of people think that locks equals stank. That ain't true. Not in the very least. As long as you are properly caring for your locks in the same way you would loose hair, you will be alright. Another reason people really don't like locks is because they seem to think that locks means that you're homeless or you're just lazy. Y'all, this is not the case for each individual with locks. Okay, I can personally speak on that. Now I can't say that this is the reason why people don't like locks, but they seem to think that because you have locks, you must be from Africa or you must be from the islands. What's wrong with being from either of those places? It really don't matter. But just because someone have locks don't mean that they're not from the States. Y'all, I was born and raised here in the U.S. So I don't know how you can think that. Getting back on track, another reason people do not like locks is simply because the maintenance of the locks. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, and it can be pricey. But this is my whole thing about this, Jush. How can you think that? Because with loose hair, it can be timely and it can be costly, okay? Buying hair weave, which consists of wigs, braiding hair, sewing hair, all of that can run up from the lowest to the highest, from a couple of bucks to $1,000, depending on what kind of hair you're trying to go with. So that can be expensive. So many videos that will teach you how to maintain your locks. But if you balling like that, then you should be able to pay somebody to install your locks, the maintenance of your locks, and I'm sure it will be a lot cheaper than having to buy all this weave, sewing, glue, needles, thread, and whatnot. It's all about preference, ultimately. Another reason people don't like locks because they say that it just holds the environment, meaning it holds all the dust particles. It holds lint, this, that, and the third. While some of that is true, it still goes back to ultimately doing everything you can to maintain and keep your locks clean. However, this still affects loose hair. So, not sure what's the difference. Why, yes, it may take a little more in-depth work. What's tagging on 5 or 10 more minutes to your normal hair routine if you had loose hair? Last but not least, another reason people do not like locks because they feel as though you can't do anything with them, that you can't style them, and this is absolutely a lie. Absolutely not true. There's so much you can do with locks. I too had that very same thought. But y'all, it's not true. Do your research. Do your homework. Go visit a lock shop. Y'all, it's a lot that you can do with locks. Anything from pulling it up, letting it down, twisting it, crinkling it, braiding it, cutting it and shaping it into a style. It's a lot you can do. Now, if you are in that weird stage, similar to if you had natural kinky coily hair and you're in that weird stage, that can be a little challenge. But the same way you bond it, you put a headband on it, you can do the same thing with them locks. And y'all, okay, my absolutely last but not least, for work purposes. Depending on what type of work you do, a lot of people don't like locks because they feel that it will keep them from being able to be promoted on their job. They don't want to feel outcast because people on their job don't like their locks. So, you know, that's sad. So y'all, I think I captured all the reasons why people may question locks or think they don't like locks. Okay, basically it's just a lack of knowledge. Everything that I've mentioned is lack of knowledge. But once I got that knowledge, that completely changed my perception, my perspective of locks. Boo, go get your knowledge, okay? That concludes today's video. If I missed one of the reasons for why people think they don't like locks, let me know down in the description box below because I'm curious as to what you're going to say. I think everything that I named was just the baseline, but I'm sure that there are some other reasons out there for why people don't like it.